is live indeed.
So we are. There are three of us today. Myself, Robert, and LFC. For anyone that's listening, don't know if
Hello.
Anyone... So
it's been a while.
It has been.
You've been a very quiet man lately.
I have just been picking up points.
That's fair.
Not an awful lot of them, but some.
I mean, you've got more points than I did in the last two races.
Yes, indeed. Good.
So, who are the hot contenders? Can I just say, first of all, before we go into that, it's very exciting to see it's a dry race here. That bodes well.
That is good. I don't really want to see... I don't know, wet's always fun to commentate on though.
True.
So who we got going out first? So I'm just getting everything together.
So we've got Army coming out.
Sarja as well. I want to see what Peter is gonna do in this quali. He was surprising last race.
Yeah, Peter is probably the quickest in this field, but he uses a pad, and he uses mid TC.
There's hope for us yet.
Oh, he's absolutely rapid. He's absolutely rapid, but I would guess he is. I don't know. I haven't seen enough of Adventures Mackin, if I'm honest, but yeah, I don't know. V5's good, I reckon, around here as well. Adam is back, F1 racer, so that will be interesting to see how his pace is. He's been over at the dark side in AOR for a while.
And what are we expecting in terms of sort of pole time going to be for D2?
Good question, actually.
Mid 126 is
mid 120. Okay, that's very quick.
I would say that's about right.
They could do a low 126, a 126.0. I'm expecting that from Peter. It's hard to say because time trial is not. It's literally useless if you want to tell the real times at Silverstone.
Yeah. Who should I be following? Who's the first man out?
So I'll follow Army.
Okay. Sarja on the hards. He obviously is a big fan of the colour scheme with the Williams. I'm not going to concentrate too much on Sarja if he's gone out on the hards.
He's getting a lot of money from his sponsors for going that colour.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to be a lap in anger, so to speak.
So Army's just started his flying lap. Oh no, that's a lie. It's halfway through his flying lap. Apologies.
I'm going to ride on board with V5 for now. It'd be interesting to see what he's. I don't know. I think a mid 126 also will get pole. Maybe like I'm going to say 26. Unless Peter is absolutely ridiculously rapid, I think it will be very tight.
Yeah, he's the only one that can change our predictions.
Yeah.
1290 for Sarja.
On the ice tyres.
127.2 for Army.
That's a good lap.
126.9 for Adventures Mackin, or Machin, don't know what that is.
Nalaluigi 126.
Nalaluigi.
Just missing all of the laps here.
RJW's coming 127.0.
V5 27.2. Following on with F1 Racer, who's in the Haas, who's done a 127.6. YHYY 127.3. MCR with a 127.7. Jayco on the
only
mediums.
one that hasn't left the pits yet.
Peter strikes me as a bit of
He
a.
knows he's gonna get pole. He just doesn't want to bother.
J. Cole 130.15. What compound is he on? He's on mediums.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Sarja with a 20. Sarja did a 129.0 on the hards. That's actually not bad.
That's incredible.
Oh, MCR just no Sarja. Sorry, just randomly seemed to lose it. That's a bit bizarre. Tiggerby with 127.6, and Peter is going out.
Caesar T-Pain is on an outlap.
Peter said, haha, this is bad. I think maybe he's referring to the pace. Hopefully he's not referring to the three of us, because otherwise he's just made three fairly powerful enemies.
Well, I mean, you're so powerful. I live in Romania.
You're not seeing. It's very cheap to fly over.
RJ has a 5 grid penalty for colliding with
Collision?
Waluigi.
Oh wow.
Who did he collide with?
No, Luigi going into the
Waluigi.
pits, I'm guessing.
So it's not just Div 3 of these things happening.
No. No.
It doesn't really happen in D3, does it?
No, it's just very clean.
So
We're a bit more tame.
what time do we... Peter's absolutely all over the place on his outlap. I don't know if anyone's following, but...
He's just doing this to prove to us that, you know, he can prepare a really good lap. He's just warming up his tires now.
Who is Lucas Adventures? I'm trying to think. Not sure who that is.
So no Yari today.
No Yari. He's watching.
What?
Don't know what he's doing. Might be on holiday.
He's watching what?
He's watching the stream.
Oh,
He wants
okay.
to make his championship a bit more difficult. So
Yeah.
if he keeps races.
Oh, it's Adventures Mackin. Of course it is. Yeah, fair play, Gary. Oh, why was there a Merc just parked?
What was that?
The funny thing is, Peter saw it as well because he moved out the way of it.
Ceases to amaze us. I'm not sure what's wrong with that car because both Army and Tiggerby are in the pits, so that Mercedes was just came out of nowhere.
What's the usual viewing numbers for this stream? I can't work out if Gary's surprised it's low or high.
I think the the viewing numbers tend to be quite. They get a lot of views over the week, but 22 is really 23 now is quite high just for live. I don't think we've ever got to 30 live, but people do view it back quite a bit.
So we need to get some. We need to get some momentum.
Indeed, 26.
26.
There we are. Anyway, so
So we need to do a cash giveaway for the 30th person to log on.
Did you put LFC's name in the title?
I did say Smithy would be very happy watching this, so that kind of gave away who it probably is to most people. Peter looking very smooth, coming round. This is going to be 126 mid. Ooh, 126.8, good enough for pole.
Wasn't a perfect lap. He had some trouble with Mackin.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got pace in the bag, I think. He's definitely got pace in the bag. Needs to follow on.
You know, we said that about him in the race at Austria, and Waluigi proved us wrong.
Yeah, well, this is it. Maybe his race pace isn't going to be quite so quick. Could be interesting to see.
This is going to be an interesting battle because, of course, Peter and Waluigi have had an amazing end to the race at Austria, so Waluigi is definitely determined to finally beat him on track.
That was absolutely incredible, that race. I'm riding on board with V5. Quali's always a bit difficult to actually ride on board with anybody, but you never really, the game doesn't really like to let you know exactly where everyone is. Sector times can sometimes glitch out, but V5 looks very smooth. Yellow flag somewhere. I'm looking at someone moving out of the way more than anything.
A lot of yellow flags in this session.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a lot slower than I was anticipating so far, but D2 has a big knack of getting quicker. So.
Really looking forward to see what RJ is going to do since he has the penalty.
Yeah, good point. 127
What
flat.
did he get a grid penalty?
Yeah, 5 seconds.
Oh, really? Okay. 5 places.
The thing is, though, it'd be pretty. That's a good point, because if he nabs 5th, then he's just completely like messed himself away. 7th down to 7th now. That's why Y goes second quickest. Just the gap between the top 3 is, well, very thin.
Waluigi goes top. 26.6 or 26.7.
Right, we'll ride on board with the main players for the last
RJ
stint.
retired.
What happened to him?
Probably listen to us.
Yeah, well, that's fair enough. I understand. I think we can get the stream to 30 if I leave. Very good, easy win.
I think RJ may have crashed. There were yellow flags in sector 3.
Got Adam, F1 racer. Ooh, someone's going to have to get out of the way here. It's Army.
Just warning you, this is from RJW on the stream, just warning you guys, I'll be sending a stewards report after this race already.
Yeehaw. Right, okay. RJ not happy about something. Commentators
Not
alliance.
happy about what happened with Waluigi, so...
Yeah, that must.
I'm not sure if he's referring to that or something else, but...
Adam goes 8th. Sarja on the mediums. Interesting. I wonder if he'll take an. I wonder if this will be a. I think he's backed out of his lap anyway. It'd be interesting to see what he does. Whether he actually decides to. I don't know. Carry on with this medium tactic, or if he's going to try and actually get some softs on.
J. Cole, good lap.
Yeah, very good lap. Look at the gap between Peter and Jaco.
Nice, yeah.
Yeah, it is Waluigi. RJ's confirmed. Gary pointing out that his fellow Irishman is not very speedy. Car Cannon with a fantastic update, telling me that Chelsea will win.
Chelsea have scored.
This is not Soccer Saturday.
Kante.
Anyway.
Sorry, apologies to people who are interested in that one.
I'm still first.
Right, we're riding on board with Peter because we feel that, I'm guessing, I'm backing him to go quicker here. I don't know about anyone else.
Is he on an outlet?
He is. No, he's on a quick lap.
Okay.
He's going round.
Let's all ride on board. Come on, Peter.
He's on a very quick lap.
I knew taking Kante out was a bad idea.
Oh, is he back? Oh, ignore me. The engine noise is not exactly particularly helpful here, if I'm honest. It goes a little bit wide, but I think you can afford to on that corner. That's a very good exit. Harry Larkin, a friend of PRL, I think we can definitely call him, is pointing out that everyone beats Gary in...
That wasn't validated.
He's still...
Yeah.
It should have been.
He did slow down there, so it might not be.
I don't think it might not have been, because he's still going for it. Because otherwise you'd just...
It looks a bit wide, but... You know... What do I know?
No, you were right.
Yeah,
You were right. So, answers on a postcard as to who we follow. Well, Caesar's just absolutely cut off the track. What's V5 doing? Down in 9th, that's a shocker. is Peter going to get another lap? I think he should be able to get another lap in quite comfortably.
Yeah, he should be able to. Yeah.
Caesar's backed out. Tiggerby driving around on these tyres quite a bit. I don't know if he's gonna.
Let's hope Tiggerby shows us another example of wheel-to-wheel racing today.
This is a wheel track, most people think. So you would think that V5 would be doing all right, as he does drive on a wheel, but seemingly not really. The good news for RJ is that his 5 grid penalty has turned into a 3 place grid penalty. I'm trying to cheer him up a bit, but yeah.
I think he'll be delighted to hear this. Definitely made him feel better.
So Doom has backed his fellow countryman. MCR about to do a last to first challenge. Well, maybe he's not backed them. Maybe that's just again a little bit of a glass is half full kind of mentality.
Bit of a needle there.
Bit of needle. So V5 is definitely quicker. The gap really, one thing we haven't really commented, the gap between the top 10 is nearly just 0.3 of a second.
Yeah, that's incredible.
So, and V5's looking about 0.2 quicker so far. Ooh, perfect. Perfect through there. I think you can gain time through here, definitely. Just needs a good exit. Yeah. Oh, it's not giving me a decent sector time. I think this will put him second. Momentarily.
Who are you riding on board with, Mark?
V5. Very quick through there. With no assist, this is going to be very quick. Yeah. Go second.
Again, predicting things.
It just look. I saw he was 2 temps up after a couple of sectors, so and he's.
When V5 retiring, actually,
He did it okay.
Tiggerby's lap.
Oh, Tiggerby's on an out lap though. That's the only thing. It's not going to get round.
Tiggerby might have damage.
It's not going to get round, is he? Just ride on board with this. Peter's going to be flying around.
Fast lap. I'm not sure if he's going to go any quicker than fourth though.
Right, we'll ride on board with Jaco and then we'll flick to Peter when this is all said and done.
Nice line round there.
This is key. V5 took this incredibly. I think this section got him. And that's also very good by Jaco. Wow.
Gone far.
Wow. Peter's got.
He could have gone quicker as well. He lost a little bit of time in the middle sector. Could have gone quicker than that.
Arnu's retired his car, which is oh no. Peter's just been absolutely affected. Bit of a note to anyone in D1 and D3 that are watching this. You probably need to be careful about where you're retiring your car, because it seems to be affecting. Just go to the pits. Adventures Mackin is retired. Adam is on a lap, F1 racer. RJ is probably praying that he actually beats him, realistically. I don't know if Luigi's coming round at all. I think we've got to follow Luigi over the line, realistically. Seems to still be going for it. Oh, he's gone on high.
Nope.
Oh no, he's not.
He's up to the pits. So Jaco could be
He's just coming around finishing the lap.
The last time we had J. Cole and...
Peter's gone third.
Yeah. Ooh, F1 racer. Adam.
What a surprise.
Adam's just absolutely stuck it to Gary Donegan. And
that was a great lap.
Everyone in PRL is very surprised everyone that's not in PRL that's watching this is actually probably not as surprised. Peter, just a quick note. Army retired his car. That was the AI. So it wasn't. Yeah. Cool. Look at this. Look at this rainbow of categories we have in here. Shout out to Adam with the one stripe silver.
One star D. A category I can relate to.
Yeah, me too.
I am. Yeah. RJ's very happy that he's not starting 10th. Peter is not very happy. And Gary is now, like a true Man United fan, getting behind Adam after completely slating him for most of today. So, bit of a fair weather fan there, the Irishman. Peter's not mad. Peter's probably thinking, I'll still win it anyway. It's not a problem. Doesn't strike me as the most het-up human being in the world. We've lost Caesar. Hopefully he can get back in the lobby.
It was a pretty exciting quali. It was a lot more exciting than last week.
We didn't really give it enough credit, did we? Really, until how close it was, if I'm honest.
Yeah, we're not really doing our jobs, are we?
No, that's true. 26.5. We were in the right ballpark. You were dead on, Robert, and I over-egged everyone a little bit, slightly, but.
Well, again, we're the kings of predictions.
We do all right around here. Okay, I wonder if it sounds like it's going to be completely dry because no one's commented that it's going to be wet. We're waiting for Tiggerby. Right.
It is completely dry. Not expecting the rain to come out.
Hopefully Caesar can get back in.
Right, you can start telling us your facts.
So, LFC actually, go on, you can tell us some facts about Silverstone. Go on, you're the guest.
I know nothing about Silverstone.
Excellent. Right, so
It is in the UK though.
It is in the UK. It is
You go.
based.
That's important to know.
It has been for some years.
Based in Northamptonshire, I believe. It is.
It is.
It is a track that has hosted the British Grand Prix pretty much exclusively since Brands Hatch was also on the calendar as a European Grand Prix in the early 90s, but was short, I think far too short to basically carry on as a Grand Prix track. Silverstone has been changed quite a few times over its history, and with Herman Tilke being responsible for a change, I think back in 2000, I'm going to completely guess, and I'm going to say 2011. Someone will correct me.
I won't.
Yeah. And
So here's another fun fact. Actually, I was there in 2004 when Jarno Trulli had his big crash. If anyone remembers that, and he's old enough to remember that.
some people that are driving
4 years
today.
old.
Yeah, I was going to say some people that are driving today. I'm almost certain there's someone driving today that was not born. I think Falcon in D1 is actually 14.
Yes, I went there for my 40th birthday.
Oh. Oh dear.
Time flies. Yeah.
It does.
If anyone has any time, quickly, could they invite Caesar into the game? If anyone on the grid, because the commentators can't. So if anyone does manage to just quickly do that, particularly anyone at the back of the field, because you're all at the front.
At the
That'd
front.
be brilliant.
Yeah.
At the front even, yeah. That would be awesome. Right, we're going to ride on board with J. Cole.
And we're off.
We are off. So,
I think the lot of wheel spin there for everyone. That's good.
a lot of wheel spin.
The race is off.
So yeah, he seemed to have kept it.
Start by Waluigi.
Looks like a clean start.
No contact at all. Now Luigi takes second off J. Cole. does matter.
They're still fighting for the position.
I think he...
They touch each other a little bit.
All very clean so far. Well done, everyone.
no big dramas
Oh.
at all.
Peter getting in between J. Cole and Waluigi.
There's a
And a
lot
bit
of...
of contact between Red Bull and the Zabra drivers.
there's a lot of...
Still
lot more
fighting
the
it for the podium.
midfield here from about 3rd through to 8th. If they can keep this together, unbelievable. Oh, Williams goes really wide. Sarge's... Oh! Why has Sarge gone... What on earth? I just caught... Sarge's basically absolutely binned it, but... He, I don't know if he had no wing or something, but he seemed to just lose it over the runoff area and go into the gravel, which was really bizarre.
Looks like he's got wing. Oh no, he's going wide. Maybe he
He's
doesn't.
really losing ground. YHYY is going in for the overtake.
This is a very strong start by F1 racer, but he does...
Second and a half up already.
He does have a horrible habit of not being the most consistent and having bad things happen in places that other people don't. Riding on board with YHYY in the midfield. Not a place I'd ever want to be on Naluigi's gearbox with Naluigi's penchant for brake dust, if I'm honest. But
We'll just ask RJW.
You know what happened to RJ, yeah?
it's a bit late and it's a bit horses bolted, so to speak. But any
I
predictions?
think I can still see a bit of Toro Rosso on that wing.
Looks a little blue.
Adam is literally flying around. But the gap is...
B5 is actually coming closer.
MCR
Little
is...
mistake there. Out of Chapel.
V5 got a good exit. He's got a run on YHYY. He's got the inside for the last corner.
Another lock up by Waluigi.
Yeah, Waluigi's creating... I think Waluigi could create a little bit of a train here. MCR has got past Adventures Mackin, by the way, and that's pretty good effort because he is on the medium tyre. Sarja has done what me and LFC were discussing, that if you break your wing early, you could theoretically get round on the hards. So Sarja's in for a very lonely race.
No, RJ is not doing badly.
No, not at all. YHYY setting a move up here on Waluigi.
Yeah, so Sarge's in. I don't think he's going to get a lot of commentary time. It's about a lap 24.
He's gonna struggle.
Are there any other courses with hard compound available?
No, I don't think so actually. Ooh, YHYY is just playing a dangerous game.
I think Silverstone is the only one.
Yeah, I think so. I know that they used to. Catalunya
Super
used
hard
to.
was never used.
Catalunya used to have the hard, but they lowered they lowered the compounds for this season. I remember in 2017.
YHYY's definitely got to run this time.
Oh, but V5's going up the middle of both of them. And as it's all said and done, Waluigi has managed to lose 2 places in basically one corner, and V5 has managed to get round him as well as YHYY using the double DRF. And Army's not too far behind either.
What's happened to Waluigi? He had a really good start. Came on right off the line.
A bit wide there. Armitrix coming up. Might get squeezed here a bit.
Waluigi might be affected by the incident between him and RJ.
Yeah, he's a nice guy. He won't want to have impacted anything.
Army's going to overtake. Is he going to...
The two
He's got
naughty...
it done.
Yeah,
Nice overtake.
the 2 naughty boys of Quali fighting it out with each other still. Now Luigi not giving it up at all.
Good move from Army there.
I'm starting to think that Waluigi might have damage since he's had contact with both Jaco and Peter.
His wing looks okay from the sort of...
Yeah, but he seems so slow.
Yeah, it's an odd one. Maybe he's not managing his tyres, or maybe he is managing his tyres whereas everyone else is going great guns. Jaco was really good. Oh, V5 gets past YXY. We just missed that one. But YXY.
V5 did pick up a 3-second time penalty.
I wonder if he's going to have to give that back. Ooh, YXY does have a little habit. Whilst he's a very, very quick driver, there's a bad habit of perhaps being directly behind people.
Jaco's got a run on F1 Racer. Could get him down the first straight.
Back in another
3-second time penalty for adventures.
If this goes on and these two and Jaco can't get around F1 Racer, I'm going to predict that Peter is going to win this race.
F1's gone defensive. Cut back.
So, how many Celts do you reckon we're going to get on the podium across the 3 divisions? Yeah. We've got Adam from Ireland, and we've got Wade from Scotland. Lee Findlay as well, he's racing in Division 1 from Scotland. We've got Gary from Ireland.
Yeah, but Gary's not going to do anything, is he?
We've got Peter with a 3-second time penalty. Who else? I'm trying to think. Oh, we've got a Dems as well. And Jacob goes down the inside, but not really. I think he was just trying to spook F1 Racer a little bit. And it seemed to work a little bit, to be fair.
Is he going to dive in?
No, he
I was very disciplined. I might have done.
That was wing first. That was wing first. Oh, he's got a lovely run. What ice? It should be easy.
Good racing.
Jacob put a lot of faith in Adam there because he seemed to assume that he would back out. That could have gone back.
Certainly a different racing style and did through.
Yeah, Aldoro, who is also famous for driving around in a Ferrari, not quite as disciplined, would have perhaps done something slightly different, I feel. Anything we're missing, do you reckon? We've got RJ. RJ's also catching Luigi. This is...
Yeah, I'm just looking at the small gaps, I think. RJ behind the Waluigi. I don't know what's going on there. He must have damage. I must have something wrong with his car at least.
Ooh. Gary's not enjoying.
Sarge's 48 seconds behind still.
RJ.
Ooh,
which is not bad actually, because he was 48 seconds before.
RJ just made a move on Luigi, which we managed to catch on the stream. But yeah, no, to be fair,
Luigi made a mistake in at the exit of cops.
Yeah, and Mackin has also...
RJ got past.
Yeah, but Luigi's got DRS, so he should be okay. Mackin's not going to get him, but this is really unusual to see Luigi struggle this much.
Luigi going to the pits.
I wonder. Maybe he's going
This is where we find out if he has damage or not.
No, good point actually. We'll come back in about 12. The pit lane here is absolutely atrocious. It's like 36 seconds long or something stupid. The top 4...
Luigi's in. Interesting.
You can throw a hat on.
Are they changing the wing? No, they're not changing the wing.
No, just a
the
little
wing
bit.
looks fine.
And he had a stop-go penalty.
Oh wow.
I didn't see that, but apparently he did, yeah.
Very early for the mediums. That would be interesting. I know he's
Surprised they put the hard. That's going to be difficult at the end.
a very smooth driver, but...
Can you do 20 laps on him? He probably can, to be fair.
Well, Army tried to finish last race. And, we all know what happened with him. I don't think the mediums are going to last that long.
So yeah, can't. Ooh, you really can throw a hat on the top four. One thing I will say, seems to. I wonder. This is going to come down
Looks
to
like a
pens.
formation lap up there.
It does, doesn't it? It's going to come down to pens at some point. I mean, D2, the last race, I didn't think it would get any more interesting. But who's going to be brave enough to pit first? That's what I want to know.
I'm expecting V5.
I think you can happily pit lap 9.
I think V5 or Peter have to try to do an undercut since they're the only ones that have penalties.
Yeah,
out of
very
the
true.
top four.
Very true. We've got Wave, who's decided. Wave and Gary think that Luigi will be fine on the mediums. And also, do you know what? Getting out of that battle, because they must all be slowing each other up to a degree. Getting out of the battle and perhaps trying to do an undercut is not the worst idea. V5 for the overcut.
Well, the thing is, all 4 of them are currently in a DRS train.
Yeah, that's true. But why is joining the party now? It was less than 1.5 seconds between the top 5.
No, it's actually hard to predict who will finish on the podium.
Right.
We have
Okay.
5 people fighting for the podium currently because something might happen.
Oh, Peter's going for it, and Peter gets it done on F1 Racer. I'm going to say Peter wins, Jayco second, and White's YY third.
F1 Racer is the first one to go into the pits.
Not a bad strategy at all.
I think that's a lap too early. But
I wonder if... Where's he going to come out though? Well, he's going to come out right at the back, I think, because the pit lane's so long. Hard not to, but...
He's coming
That'd
out
be good.
behind Tinkerby.
be interesting to see where Sarja comes out.
It's really interesting.
Sarja's all over the place.
It's made the gaps now kind of got a little bit bigger between the top 4.
You know what? I think Sarja might actually get some points here.
That's a brave shout.
Because, he's on the hard compound.
Mm-hmm.
He's probably not gonna pit again.
You can't pit again.
No. I'm gonna say Sarja will come 11th.
I think he'll come where he is now, 12th.
Someone's gonna bin it. Someone's gonna make a mistake. Peter gets it done on J. Cole, but J. Cole's
There
got
will
a
be a
next
crash
one.
between the guys front.
Ooh, J. Cole, interestingly, now pits. Now, where's he going to come out in comparison to Luigi and also F1 Racer?
Well, Army pitted as well.
So, we're right on board with F1 Racer just purely to see what the gap will be. There is J. Cole's coming out. I think he should easily get this done actually, J. Cole. Actually, I don't know.
Racer just crossed the finish line.
It's going to be tight. It's going to be really tight. Yeah, just in front.
Managed to be on the front.
We've got yellows in sector 3. That is Sarja, who is taking a little spin. Not enjoying this, I suspect.
No, he's been struggling for a little while.
He's going to get a point. Robert is convinced that a few people in D2 are going to have some extracurricular activity and start smashing each other off at some point, obviously.
Well, not necessarily just outright killing each other, but something will happen.
V5 goes through on Peter and gets the move done. They both... Ooh, V5. Almost pretending not to pit it soon. He did well to
That's
slow
a
it
great
down.
move by V5.
So why staying out? Interesting.
Now I wonder if.
I'm not sure why.
Do you reckon Peter will get? I think Peter's going to come out ahead of V5 in this stop. Yeah. Yeah. Got held. V5 got held as a result of being a further down the grid slots, but we've got
Force India driver. So again, Force India is hated by everyone. It's not fair.
Peter comes out behind J. Cole and F1 Racer, so the undercut is working. Not as powerfully as perhaps you may think. B5 is going to be a little bit disappointed to have got jumped effectively in the pits by the game. And now we've got gaps everywhere. From having gaps nowhere, we've got gaps absolutely everywhere. But how is YHYY doing on these tyres? That's what I want to know.
He's okay. He's running a little bit slow. He must come in this lap. Has to.
I think he's going to come out.
I think he'll be behind. I think he's been slower than he thinks he's been.
He may well come out behind. I think it will probably be V5. It might be close between him and Army as well, actually.
Well, he seems to be pretty consistent, so I don't think he lost a lot of time.
MCR is going to be net leader. Where does MCR factor into all this? We've not really talked about him because he started on the mediums. Adventures Mackin gets past. Oh, sorry, MCR.
It's going to be speeding in the pit lane.
Yep. Oh dear, 5 second stop go for him. YHYY does make the pit and he's coming out now. Adam's already. Oh, I think this is going to be bad for YHYY. Yeah, Peter's it's going to be tight. Oh, he gets out ahead of Peter. Peter with
another penalty.
Yeah.
He already has 6 seconds.
Yeah, so what did we think the line was on penalty, Mark?
Well, I think for D3 it will be 10.5. I think for these guys it will probably be closer to 6. But Peter gets past YHYY. YHYY's got yellow tyres on my screen.
Yeah, that's. I wanted to ask about that.
I don't think that's
the case.
Is that right,
or is it just a visual glitch?
I think it's a visual glitch, but not entirely sure.
He featured. He says it says that he's on the mediums. If you look at the telemetry.
Yeah, true. J. Cole. Well, this is a great race for Yari, by the way. Naluigi and YHYY not winning. It's fairly good for him and his title aspirations.
Not only is Waluigi not winning, but he might actually be out of the points.
He seems well off the pace.
J. Cole and F1 race are battling hard.
Yeah, indeed. I'm wondering if... Ooh, what happened there? That looked like lag.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure who was in the
P5 made him on YHYY and gets him from.
That's a good effort. MCR. How deep does he take these tyres? J. Cole and F1 Race are really battling here.
J. Cole's got a good exit, and they both have to be fine.
J. Cole's going to get this on the
DRS.
DRS.
Should have done easily.
Watch your brakes.
Nice line from F1 Race today. Might have to run on the exit.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
Gets a better traction on the exit.
Ooh, this could be dangerous. We've also got some... RJ's kind of approaching Army as well. Watch your front wings through here. Weird line. That didn't, yeah. I don't know what Adam was going to do.
3-second for F1 Racer. Yeah.
Well, Jaco was the only one fighting for the win that hasn't got a penalty.
Adventures Mackin with a penalty as well.
RJW getting it done on Army.
In all fairness, RJ has had a really good race. So it's really unfortunate that the incident between him and Waluigi happening, probably. Because he could have been there fighting for a podium.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Ooh, Mackin going round the inside and Luigi gets it done around the penultimate corner. A very, very fraught with danger place to try and pass someone, but well met, to be fair. Army is... See, it's interesting because the people that are going to have the advantage, really, is... Well, White's YY and RJ have got fresher tyres. I mean, I would say White's YY's tyres are going to be significantly better than... Tiggerby picks up a time penalty. Than F1 racers by the end of the race. So that... I think White's YY... I'll make a bold prediction and say White's YY somehow gets a podium here. Yeah, Yari pointing out his lead's going to be at least 20 points still. Go away for a couple more races, Yari. You're fine.
Waluigi is not looking well at all.
Arbitrix has left the session.
Maybe a disconnection or something.
Can he get back in?
Hopefully. V5 gets it done on Peter. Riding on board with Watch YY.
Nice long from White YY. Got a good exit. Dare he go around the inside? Probably not.
No. I can't believe how smooth, how clean everyone's kept it around here.
Very clean.
Not an easy place to keep anything clean. So many times you can run into the back of people. So many corners.
I just think White YY will easily get past Peter down here.
Peter's got DRS though as well, that's the only thing. I think Peter's running a lot thinner wing.
He's held off.
Adventures Mackin gets past, well, sorry, of course he gets past Army, the ghost of Army. So that was tight. I thought White was going to clip him there. Army's disconnected. Bloody game. If any of the drivers is going to go into the pit, maybe MCR or someone, maybe try and invite him back in.
Or Sarja.
Or Sarja.
He's not really battling anyone.
No, don't say that, Robert. You said he was going to get a point.
Well, he is going to get a point.
Well, to be fair, he's only a place away. If Army doesn't get back in, but hopefully he does. MCR does pit. I think he could have probably pitted a lap or two sooner. But we're now in the... all the dices have been rolled, really, as far as pit stops, you'd think. Unless something weird happens. MCR is coming out very, very weak. He's coming out 9th.
Even 10?
He's going to come out behind the ghost of Mr. Tricks.
Army has been really unlucky this past 2 weeks.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with it. It's just not fun, is it, getting kicked out halfway for a session? It's shocking, really. So it'll be interesting. F1 racer. So am I right in saying J. Cole's the only one that doesn't have a penalty? Is that right?
I think that's right. Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
I think Sarge's just his tyres are starting to come in a little bit. He's putting in a couple of decent laps. Don't think anyone else is following him, but I am.
That's the good thing about having 3 commentators.
Yeah, you can all have a little bit of
Everybody can get a little bit of love. I'm watching Tiggerby.
I'm on board with that.
You keep an eye on the front, and me and Rob will keep an eye on the back.
Yeah. Everybody has to be featured.
Peter is closing on V5, but V5 is 2.4 seconds behind F1 Racer. That Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. We're gonna get the gang back together again, I think, at some point, if I'm honest, because I think they're all gonna be right on each other again, particularly if F1 Racer can keep. The only danger is actually, I suspect, J. Cole's biggest friend right here could be F1 Racer, because if F1 Racer drops a little bit of pace and starts back and keeps those guys behind and bottlenecks them, then it could be a fairly comfortable win as well. But long way to go.
FCR is not caught up to Armin's Ghost yet.
Oh, that's a good point, actually. The Ghost is also on quite high. Tigaboo with a 3-second time, then. Ooh, contact between V5 and Peter. Peter and YHYY really benefiting from this. He's close right up to him. V5 goes wide. They're going to go 2 abreast through this. Peter backs out ever so slightly to give V5 a clean run.
I think that's a smart move.
Definitely. What's his white?
Risk it.
Oh, YHYY. I knew he nearly spins Peter. I think he might have got away with without any damage, but can't actually be too sure. V5 could be a sitting duck here. Peter thinks twice. J. Cole's starting to
The
pull out
one
a gap.
person who's actually really benefiting from this three-way fight is RJ.
That's a really good shout, actually. Has RJ got many penalties? He's not, I don't think.
I don't think he has
I
any
think he might have
penalties.
won. He might have won. I don't know why I think that.
I'll just check. No, he doesn't.
No, you're right, it doesn't. Just checked as well.
So he's net 3rd.
I think he deserves a podium.
He's some podium. Ooh, contact between Peter and V5. I don't know if Peter's damaged his car, but I think he again got away with it, but a bit lucky that he didn't spin V5 really. He's taking a very strange line at the last corner. 3-second time
Why
penalty.
they're going to press.
Oh, he nearly lost it as well.
He doesn't want to back out.
I think V5 feels that he's got. I think V5's a fairly sensible driver, and I don't think he would be battling someone if he thought it was going to cost his race. I think he thinks he can keep in front of him now. But again, look, it's just losing so much time to F1 Racer. RJ is now very close to these guys, as is
RJ passed
YHYY.
DRS and YHYY.
That's going to help hugely. Oh, Peter going wide, really wide. I don't think YHYY had the best exit either, so a fight for 3rd really has emerged, and at the moment it's the man in 6th who's in 3rd.
He's the one who actually seems the quickest out of the 4. He has fresher tires.
He's going to get past YHYY. I think once he gets past people, I think he's going to stay past them.
Another mistake by Peter. He's not looking really well. His past few laps, made a couple of mistakes.
Could be the medium TC causing a bit of trouble with the tyre temperatures potentially. V5 must have V5 made a little bit of a mistake because it all seems to have really batched up again. J. Cole seems to be doing more than enough to win this race, which is fairly impressive, but I don't know if there's going to be a little twist in this one. I can't see
I'm
it.
expecting one, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm almost half expecting it because there always seems to be one in D2, but
mean, RJ getting a podium would be just in itself.
Yeah, I mean, at the moment, the way things are standing, he's an absolute slam dunk for driver of the day. The only danger to his podium, I think, is probably...
I think the only thing to not get him driver of the day is if he goes off and doesn't finish.
Yeah, or Peter manages to keep him behind and V5 generates like 3 seconds worth of a gap. I think even then I'd still probably give him driver of the day. Well, I don't know. J. Cole obviously has got to be in contention. But, and also Adam as well for his first race back. I think they've all kind of covered themselves in glory here a little bit. V5 looks way quicker than he did initially in quali.
Do we know what happened with Waluigi? Has he got wing damage, even just a little bit?
I don't think. I just think he's unusually slow. Everyone has their good and bad tracks, don't they?
True.
I mean, he started third.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to find out from him. But a bit of an unusual one, really. J. Cole seems to be pulling out enough of a gap, but V5 does seem to be catching ever so slightly F1 racer. So wouldn't support. But then
Time to Peter.
Yeah.
Sarge has a 5-second stop go penalty for being in the pit lane.
Sarge is obviously trying to get past this lap.
Yeah, he's probably not gonna get that point.
Peter making a run at V5.
I did say we wouldn't really talk about him until lap 24, but
Wow, Peter goes so late there and nearly clattered into V5 in the braking zone.
RJW is right up his behind.
Watch YY's races run, I think. I think this is going to be a comfortable 6th place for him, unless these guys really start battling hammer and nail.
No, he's dropped off about 4 or 5 tenths in the last lap or so.
Peter is starting to look at...
He knows he has to make a move on V5, or otherwise RJ is just gonna...
Ooh, RJ!
Wow, it's so clean, this is crazy.
This is really big testament to the... maybe the lag getting a bit sorted. MCR with a 3-second penalty. He doesn't seem to be doing great damage to the... I thought I'd expected him to come back a bit more on the guys ahead with the better tyres, but doesn't seem to be happening.
Lost a lot of time in the pits.
Yeah. Which why he's coming into it a little bit, because if he gets within DRS, he's back. He's back
gained
in.
about 3 tenths. Oh no, 2 tenths. Oh, he's lost it a bit. Problem is RJ's very quick round here.
I suspect. I think RJ's too far back, but I think Peter's going to get it done on V5.
I don't know what happened there, but RJ just lifted off.
Ooh, Peter around the outside. That was a bloody good overtake, to be fair. But I think V5's just got naturally a bit more pace, and the DRS zone around here is just helping Peter stay. Ooh, RJ nearly losing it.
RJ.
I will have DRS in the next lap.
The front three. Yeah, I think you're right, to be fair. The front three look fairly set on... Well, no, the front two, I should say, look fairly set on track. But as V5's going to get it done, you would think...
I think if he gets fastest lap, 129.5 on the mediums.
It's pretty
7
good
lap
going.
old mediums. That's what it took to get the fastest lap.
V5 and Peter keeping it so clean through here. Ooh,
Yeah. Very good racing from those two.
Peter's a very good driver. Peter's a very good driver, but he doesn't seem as smooth as the other guys. It does seem like he's got potentially a little bit of a clanger in him compared to the others.
Here's a bold prediction: the end of this straight, RJW will be in front of Peter.
I think Peter's running some serious wing. I'll tell you what, though, you've got a really good shout at being right.
RJ made up so much time through the S's.
YHYY lost a lot of time last lap.
That's left Sargent. Oh, it's small lock up there too.
Shout out to Sarja. Tiggerby with another 3-second penalty.
Difficult race for Sargent, I think. Not a lot you can do really.
That's good for him though. He deserves something at least.
Yeah, exactly. Just ground it
I'll
out.
get some points on the fantasy.
Peter's probably... Yeah, I think he's going to... V5 seems to be running quite high. I think he does tend to run higher wing than perhaps most other people in races, to be fair. The YHYY's race seems to be run a bit. Definitely, he seems to close up when the battles come on, but as soon as any gaps emerge, he seems to just lose it a little bit of his pace.
Well, RJ will definitely be in front of Peter at the end of this straight. He almost was last time. Come on.
He's got a good exit there.
Good exit.
Peter,
Peter's hit the dirt, so to speak. Peter's gone defensive. Is he going to attack inside? No.
RJ could have a very good run here.
Good.
Is he going to be
it down the inside?
Is it? Well, Peter's defended it, but then the problem is with defending it there is you don't defend it there.
What an overtake that was! Incredible.
That's the beauty of Silverstone with the corners.
Fantastic from RJ. Great overtake.
With the double backing of the corners, that is the beauty of this track. Is that you can. It doesn't reward necessarily people that just spam. Ooh, Peter's gone very deep.
You squeeze him out a bit. Yeah, that's quite generous.
It's very clean. But actually giving him
a little bit less then.
RJ's really... again though, that you get the inside there though, but the problem is...
It doesn't necessarily match on this corner though, because you want the outside line for the traction.
True. Ooh. Again, yeah.
Lap 25. Are they going to do it?
Oh, this
side by side. This is bold.
I don't think that's.
Oh, he pulled out. He lifted.
Don't get in his gearbox. This is dangerous.
I think the podium is set.
Podium's set now. These two are battling too much.
No, I don't think.
Peter went wide again.
I think this. No, I think actually by V5 getting a bit further away. Because if V5 does have a pen, he's not gonna. I don't think he's gonna make 1.4 seconds unless Peter really. I mean, Peter could really. Peter's gonna be deciding who gets a podium here rather more than anyone else.
Peter has 9 seconds of penalties, doesn't
he? Yeah, but if he decides to just lift off and leave RJ alone, then RJ gets the podium. If he tries to make his life difficult, which he seems to be doing. But Peter doesn't tend to know.
Where is RJ? Where is RJ at the moment? What net position is he?
He is about he's 0.8 seconds, 0.8.5 seconds into P3. But
okay.
Ooh, contact. These two are just.
A bit of contact.
These two are starting to do each other's head in a bit. RJ's got a lot of ERS left.
YHYY, if he plays his cards right, he might have a chance.
He's not.
Ahead of Peter.
He's not completely out of it.
Made up just over a second in the last 2 laps.
RJ's
a bit wide now.
RJ's 2.3.
getting ahead of Peter. He's not on track then, after the penalties.
Adventures Mackin with a time pen. We're going to go on board at some point very soon to see J. Cole cross the line, but
2-0.
Where are we? J. Cole is coming round. We're going to have to follow him over the line and say very well done on a race well won.
Is he Sarja as well?
And Sarja. Well done, Sarja. F1 racer will come around in seconds.
Tough race.
And RJ is going to lock up this and he's managed to just escape the claws of Peter, who ends up 6th.
David Louise mark.
Excellent. But yeah, no, that's good. There's a very, very, very good race. I can't believe, unfortunately, annoying for Army and Caesar, but
It's fair to say that RJ is the driver of the day.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
hands
comfortably.
down.
I think he had overtake of the day as well on Peter. That was
Yeah,
a great overtake.
I think all Luigi gets sixth. We've missed that. Luigi beat Peter on track for all us bashing him. He actually completely and utterly managed to beat one of the people we were talking about constantly. But yeah, no, fantastic.
He's just around exiting the last corner now. Army goes to planet. Now we can all look at Sarja.
Oh, we can look at. Oh, we're running with Sarja.
He got the fastest lap, you know.
Here he
He
is.
did.
Williams are livid that he's gone off the hard tyres and gone onto a non-brand colour. But he comes
Off
round.
message.
He's off message. He's not on board. He's a rogue. But J. Cole, well done. Very well done. Sorry for not giving you enough airtime, but you were just a little bit too good for everybody, I think. But yeah, that was fairly good. That was good going. I think all three had merits for driver of the day, but I can't really argue it. Look at the Celtic flag. We've got the Irish, but the Brit decided to keep everyone's honour intact and prevent the Scotsman and the Irishman from getting bragging
Well,
rights.
Brexit first, and then who knows what after that.
Oh, blimey. But yeah, no, not many pens flying around other than really for Peter Adventures Mackin.
Waluigi's just said on chat he got wing damage from on lap 1.
Oh, blimey.
So
Obviously not enough to
Yes,
change
that-
it, but
That's interesting. I don't know why he didn't. He's probably regretting not taking the 5 seconds, or maybe because he didn't change it. But
Tiggerby with the 14 seconds of penalties.
shout out to Tiggerby. He that must have been a little bit dull from where he was realistically. But yeah, no, good race. That was really enjoyable. Any last minute thoughts before we knock it on the head?
I just
Nah.
hope for rain in E3.
Ooh.
yeah, no.
No.
Because last time when I said that, you know, we had rain in the quali. I want rain in the race now.
I don't
Sar-
mind rain in the quali.
Sarja, quite a dull race for me. Well, if you were listening, Sarja, we did try and give you perhaps a slightly.
I think maybe he probably got a lot more airtime than Waluigi, Tiggerby combined, to be honest.
F1 Racer with the grazie ragazzi. Oh dear, good race from him. Again, another one who, for someone in second, we didn't really give him much in the way of publicity, did we? Really? So apologies.
Oh, well, the battle for third and fourth, respectively, was so intense for the whole entire race. You know,
Yeah.
J. Cole and an F1 racer just booked off after the start.
RJ, are you free? I might see if we can just grab RJ. Should we invite him in? I don't think we're really doing anything. I think it would be a massive surprise if he didn't get driver of the day. Jaco is also welcome if Jaco wants to come on, as is F1 Racer, of course. No, you've got work to do, my man. You've got to return the favour. What happened in quali? It's a difficult one, but it made your race. It made your race. Yeah. Anyone got any questions for RJ? Yeah. Go back on the game. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. Apologies.
Yeah. Sorry, that's right.
Apologies. So,
That's
people might have missed that. But like what Robert said, go on. Robert did say, congratulations on a great podium. Other than quali, any particular bits that kind of stick in your mind?
Oh, that overtake at the end, that ran the outside of Vale. Oh my god, I just saw it and I was like, screw it, I'm going for it. I need to get this moving because I didn't know he had penalties.
Oh, okay.
Well,
okay.
I wasn't sure.
LFC caught that and was like,
very good overtake.
he was like, that's right, that's overtake of the day, straight away.
Oh, what was?
I literally flicked on when you did it. It was very good.
Yeah. I was just seeing them. I was just seeing Peter going for these dives on V5. I'm like, they're gonna crash at some point, and they didn't. Fair play to them, but
That's what I was saying for the whole race. I was expecting a crash, it didn't happen. But again, the fact that you got a podium out of that,
that's
we
my
have
first
to give you the driver of the day on right here, just on the live stream.
Yeah. Oh, well, I was gutted last week after I didn't get a podium, and I thought I should have, but yeah, I'll take it this week.
No, fair play to you. Right, I'm gonna wrap it up fairly soon. So
I need to go and feed my cat as well, so I'm gonna have to leave as well.
Okay, excellent.
It's going mad at me.
Fair play. Pussy before racing. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Brilliant, well done to the guys. I'm going to go off and get ready for D3, and hopefully it doesn't rain.
It will rain. Just
Go
saying.
away.
I'm getting ready for all of you to crash. Just saying.
You want me to crash on purpose just to make you happy?
Yeah, make it entertaining.
Cool.
All right.
All right. Cheers, guys.